Public research money fails to support sustainability and food justice. Here is why. I grew up in Flanders, the northern part of Belgium. The Flemish authorities promote the region to foreign investors as an excellent place for business, including biotech. It has created extensive research infrastructure, tax shelters and other incentives for R&D activities to encourage collaboration between industry, academic and governmental institutions. The Biotechnology Research Institute, VIB, is a key part of that infrastructure. The institute defines itself as a world-leading knowledge center in the life sciences. It claims an excellent reputation in technology transfer, all while contributing to healthy living and sustainable food production. The idea is alluring. Transforming research into economic growth will eventually make everybody better off. But how exactly does the VIB research shape sustainable food production? And whose sustainability is at stake? Strangely enough, none of these questions have adequately been answered. The Flemish government evaluates the research center on criteria such as the number of publications and patents, or the startups created and the amount of investment attracted. These are known as key performance indicators, KPIs. What is surprising is that these do not include an appraisal to assess how the research actually impacts healthy living and sustainable food production. Evaluating research on the basis of its productivity is a bit like measuring the GDP of a country to measure its wealth and well-being. If a country cuts and sells all its trees, it gets a boost in GDP. Nurturing the trees, in contrast, adds only marginally to GDP growth. This growth-first ideology is not just a matter of measuring, it shapes action. When research institutes are instruments to stimulate the economic growth of regions, scientists are encouraged to work on questions that are more likely to attract speculative investment, regardless of its consequences. It is somehow assumed that R&D is per definition good for society. But is it? Take DDT. If one would measure the success of this pesticide with key performance indicators such as publications, patents and private investment, it would score very high. Based on the standards that only measure productivity, the development of a fundamentally destructive product can perfectly be applauded as something positive. It also means that research that may support living soils, healthy living environments or food justice, but which is less prone to be translated into financially profitable technologies, is less likely to happen. Now, recognizing the madness behind these abstract logics, it opens up new narratives around research and innovation. How does research and technology foster domination and exploitation? Who's benefiting from it? At the cost of what? Does it foster biodiversity and justice, or the privatization of life? How does it relate to values of reciprocity, respect, and responsibility? Making such inconvenient questions an intrinsic part of the assessment and allocation of research budgets may not be enough, but it is a step to liberate research and technology from the growth-first ideology. I'm convinced that that is needed to encourage research practices that support food justice and the flourishing of all life.